Anthony Grasso here, bringing you financial news you can use. In this video, I'm going to review NIO stock. I will first go over NIO from a historical standpoint, give you analysis and a historical perspective on where they came from, then look at their current technology, what types of vehicles they currently produce, future upcoming vehicles, sales data, and finally analyze if NIO stock is a buy, hold, or sell from my perspective. So let's get right into it. So for those who do not know what NIO is a Chinese automaker manufacturer headquartered in Shanghai. They specialize in designing and developing electronic vehicles just like Tesla is here in the United States. The company is also involved in the FIA Formula E Championship, which is the first single-seater all-electric racing series. Now let's go over historically where did NIO come from, and for those who don't know who NIO is, this is where they were first developed back in 2014. NIO was founded by William Li. It's produced its first model called the NIO EP9 sports car. In October 2016, NIO was given an autonomous vehicle testing permit by the California DMV, and it began testing on public roads under the Autonomous Vehicle Tester Program guidelines as part of its autonomous vehicle program. And they do have a facility headquarters in California as well. According to the company, it planned to launch vehicles with level 3 and level 4 autonomy, and I'm going to go into the breakdown of a level 0 to level 5 autonomy shortly. In May 2018, NIO opened its first battery swap station in Shenzhen, China, and it was dubbed as the power swap station. And there's a difference between what Tesla tried to do with battery swaps and what they are not doing now, and what NIO is doing with their battery swaps. And I'll get a little bit into that later. In September 2018, the company filed for a $1.8 billion IPO on the New York Stock Exchange. And late April 2020, that's just half a year ago, or a little over a half year ago, NIO announced $1 billion in new funding from a group of Chinese investors. So it was much needed at that point because they were struggling to sell some of their vehicles, and they have such a large overhead for research and development, infrastructure, and all they're doing, because the technology, it takes a lot of money to develop these electronic cars. In August 2020, NIO launched its battery as a service, BOSS, short term for it, along with its contemporary Amperex Technology Limited, CATL, and Hubei Science Technology Investment Group, and a subsidiary of Wutai Huanan International Holdings Limited. Now, each contributed around $31 million US each, that's around 200 RMB, into the venture for about a 25% stake equity into the company. Now, battery as a service, what it does is helps lower the purchase price of the NIO electric vehicles by about 25%. Now, let's look at their technology. The NIO Pilot is the company's SAE Level 2 semi-autonomous system that offers advanced driver assistance systems, better known as ADAS features. Now, look at what those mean. I'm going to bring up a screenshot here. And as you can see here, the levels of driving automation go from 0 to 5, where 0 is no automation at all, SAE level 0. And 5 is fully autonomous over here, a little bit past the screen. Now, what NIO is right now is SAE level 2, and they're predicting to go to SAE level 3 and level 4 pretty shortly. Now, NIO launched with its introduction of the NIO ES8 model. Several over the updates through 2018 and 2019 enhanced the NIO Pilot with features such as the lane keeping, adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, automatic emergency braking, highway pilot, traffic jam pilot, auto lane change, and more. The NIO Pilot sensor suite consists of a trifocal forward camera, 5 radars, 12 ultrasonic sensors, and a driver monitor camera. NIO was the first automaker to launch a car utilizing Mobileye's IQ4 vision chip as well. In November 2019, NIO announced a partnership with Mobileye to develop a consumer car equipped with Mobileye's complete level 4 driving system that could be sold to consumers by 2022. So if you can see on this little display here, I mean, level 4 is right below fully automated cars. So, and they're thinking about their being able to do that by 2022. And we're just at the beginning of 2021 right now. So I would say that probably by the end of 2022, you might see almost fully autonomous vehicles. Now let's talk about battery swapping. Now, unlike Tesla, which has tried battery swapping but has never deployed it on a large scale and relies instead on its supercharger network, NIO has built a functioning network of 131 battery swap stations that covers a few thousand kilometers of Chinese expressways. Now, as of August 2020, NIO has built 143 battery swap stations across 64 cities in China and completed over 800,000 battery swaps for its customers. Now let's just bring up their website to look at as well. The technologies that NIO has is they have the Nomi AI, and Nomi, which is an artificial intelligence technology, claimed to be the first in-car artificial intelligence system in production vehicles. Nomi can pull up the car's navigation system, control the music. Unique to NIO cars, take this a selfie of the passengers in the cabin. So not all the cars can do that. So NIO has 3 divisions. They have a NIO Life, the company's clothing collection; NIO Service, the company's network of service centers; NIO Power, the company's network of battery swap stations; Power Mobile, Power Home, and superchargers. NIO has many swap stations around China, including 18 battery swap stations in China itself. So they're currently the models they produce, as you can see here. They have the ES6, ES8, the EC6. So let's just go through a couple of them. The EP9 was their first sports car coupe from 2016. They have a midsize SUV, 2 of those, and then they have a full-size SUV as well. Now, the upcoming vehicles, they're going to be doing a minivan in 2022, an SUV subcompact in 2022, sedan compact in 2021, and then sedan midsize in 2021 as well. So let's pull up their stock analysis, and I use Webull to trade some stocks. So let's bring them up right now. Now, last Friday, NIO unveiled a new electric car as well as other key battery and autonomous driving technologies at its annual event yesterday. NIO stock topped a buy point Friday from analysts. Showed off its first electronic sedan. It's dubbed the ET7 at its NIO Day. Now, adding to its lineup of 3 electric utility vehicles, which saw sales more than double last year. So sales in 2020 have basically doubled. And before government subsidies, the ET7 will carry a starting price of 448,000 yen, or about $69,000. Now, by comparison, the base version of the Tesla in China Model 3 starts at 265,000 yen. So, about half that price. ET7 will have a range of 621 miles on a single charge. That's very impressive using new battery technology. That's further expectations of 370 to 500 miles. Deliveries are due and begin in Q1 of 2022, so we're about 1 year away from that, though pre-orders have begun yesterday. Now, NIO also unveiled a new battery swap stations where drivers can get new batteries instead of waiting to recharge their cars. The company wants to have about 500 swap stations by year's end. So that's pretty good, that if you want to, it takes a little while to charge up the batteries, but if you can just swap it out with a fully charged battery and be on your way, that's pretty neat. So in addition, NIO said that the ET7 will feature LiDAR sensors that enable its autonomous driving system, which will cost 680 yuan a month. Now, I'm not going to get into the LiDAR sensors specifically. I'll talk about that in a separate video, specifically about the technologies that the autonomous vehicles have. But NIO stock basically jumped 8.6% to a close of $58.92 on Friday's stock market clearing, a 57.30 buy point from Cutbase. So among other Chinese EV stocks, Leo Auto lost 2.3%, and Warren Buffett-backed BYD rose 1.2%, and XPeng gained 1%. XPEV stock offers an entry off support at the 10-week line. Now, meanwhile, Tesla rose about 8% and is far extended from the 466 buy point. But if you want to check out my video on Tesla and my analysis on Tesla, I'm a buy long-term on Tesla, so click that video right up above. you can check that out. Now, NIO's backing of LiDAR-based autonomous technology follows other recent moves in the space. Xpeng recently announced a partnership with LiDAR company Livox to use the technology in a new 2021 production model. The new IPO also has teased a new electric sedan as well. Plus, LiDAR stocks like Velodyne, VLDR, and Luminar Technologies, which is LAZR, rallied last month on a report that Apple could make a self-driving car by 2024. So we're about 3 years away from Apple making a car using the technology. Meanwhile, LiDAR maker Alstor also said last month it will go public via a merger with a blank check company, Pollinate Acquisitions, CLA. Now, rounding out 2020 earnings, NIO on November 17th reported above consensus third quarter results thanks to strong deliveries and margin improvement. Now, revenues for the company climbed 146.4% year over year and 21.7% sequentially, 666.6 million for the revenues. This compares to the year ago revenue of 262.47 million. NIO has also issued a strong fourth quarter outlook for 2020. Now, levels of sentiment were extraordinary tight for this study as traders and investors expressed a near equal weighted confidence for both EV makers, for both Tesla and NIO. Now, NIO stocks will grow more, and that's my consensus over it. Now, 51% of traders and investors believe the shares NIO will grow more than Tesla by 2022. So investors and traders are saying, well, we believe that NIO is going to far exceed what Tesla is going to do going into the next couple of years. Now let's look at their company financials here on the Webull right here. So let's look at their earnings per share, and their earnings per share they're negative right now. But let me go to another slide for that. So at the actual earnings per share from 2019 all the way to quarter four, which is projected of being like negative 0.1. Now, as you can see, historically, they're about to break the 0 earnings per share mark. So they're about to have positive earnings per share, probably, I would project, towards the end of 2021, basically. And their current net income here, let me bring that up. Go back to their financials. Where is it? Okay, their income statement. Yeah. Their net income is negative in 2019, 1.62 billion. Basically, they have to have a lot of expenditures. See the liabilities right here. They're building a lot of infrastructure and research and development for their cars. So definitely you're going to see their liabilities increase. And I don't see where there will be a point where they will hold steady. And then their revenues from their cars, as you can saw, that they had a huge revenue increase from last year to this year. And they're taking a hit on that. But their operating cash flow is pretty negative. But that's why last year in April they got that infusion of money from investors, and they probably might even do another round of investment money into the company. So we'll see on that. So and basically it's here the analyst right now, and this is over a consensus. There's a 35% view of a buy, 30% view of a hold, 23% is a strong buy, and 11% say it's basically will underperform. My recommendation right now for NIO stock is a strong. It's not a strong buy, but it is a buy, and this is a long-term buy. So what I would recommend you do is buy and hold on to NIO stock for the next couple years. I do think it will outperform Tesla by a lot, and so I have that as my recommendation for NIO stock is a buy. So let's come back over here. So that's my analysis of NIO stock. I wanted to do a analysis of where the company was, where the company is going, the current forecast of it. So basically, there's a lot good happening with NIO stock going into the future right now. So I'm going to be doing more videos with updates on Tesla and NIO stock in the future, and all electronic vehicles as well. So I'm going to have, in each video I'm going to break down the company analysis of what's the company doing before I just say buy, hold, or sell. We got to look at the fundamentals of the company basically, and then make our or crystal ball projection into the future. So if you like this video, smash that like button down below, and I'll be talking with you at the next video. Ciao for now.